time for the G2G Protein Bar Play or Team of the Weekend. Did your favorite player make an incredible play or your team had a big upset? They probably know all about G2G Protein Bars, a refrigerated protein bar with unmatched taste, grab and go goodness. G2G Protein Bars are now available at Costco.
From 56 yards out, his career long is 58, and Falk's kick is good. He's a folk hero at MetLife Stadium.
How about that, New York Jets fans? Not sure if any of them really wanted that to happen. Some of the headlines in the local papers here in New York today. Daily News, kicking it old school. 41-year-old Falk boots 56-yarder at final gun to lift the Jets over the Falcons. In the New York Post, Falk hero, Jets edge Falcons as veteran kicker, 41 nails, 56-yard last-second field goal to win. And then Falk dance. Jets get a rare kick out of Nick's long game-winning field goal. So there you have it. That's one of the big highlights from the weekend. And we get to our G2G game changers. That was a big game changer there in New York. For us, I will start with what we saw Saturday in Ann Arbor.
Sayin splits out of the pocket, looks back. Down the field, Tate! Touchdown! Tater! Home run hitter! 50 yards!
Streak's over. Ohio State slams the door on Michigan, and Julian Sayin may have just thrown himself straight into the Heisman ceremony. He had 3 touchdowns, did have a pick early. But he gets back in that talk for the Heisman race. I don't think he will win it, of course, but maybe he'll get an invite. That wouldn't be bad.
I would say so. My G2G Protein Bar game changer is going to go to Strawberry Canyon as one outstanding quarterback, JKS, leads the charge. The upset win over SMU.
Fourth quarter, here we go. Sagapolutele looking end zone. Got him! Karan Adams! And yeah, when you throw dimes like that, you better dance.
Thank you to ESPN. That's right. My G2G Protein Bar game changer is J.K. Sagapolutele as he led the Golden Bears to a huge upset win over the number 21 ranked SMU, 38-35, and knocked them out of the ACC championship game. JKS was an amazing 31 for 40 for 340 yards, 4 touchdown passes, no interceptions, no sacks, as he led them down the field on that final drive for Kendrick Raphael with 22 seconds left to score the game-winning field goal. So JKS is my G2G Protein Bar game changer of the weekend. Huge upset. Connor?
I'm going to be going back to Thanksgiving in the holiday spirit here. We're going with Jordan Love, who carved up the Detroit Lions on Thanksgiving.
Love rolls off, going deep. Christian Watson down there. He's got it. Touchdown.
Jordan Love goes 18 of 30 for 234 yards. He has 4 touchdowns, no interceptions, with the impressive 124.2 passer rating. You heard that 51-yard passing touchdown to Christian Watson there. Just surgical. How to do what you got to do when you walk away with the Thanksgiving up. He gets my G2G game changer of the weekend.
All right, good stuff. G2G. Protein bars are found in the refrigerated section in Costco. Preservatives, and they're always stored in the refrigerator. You can pack one for a lunch or workout. They're a great way to get you some solid protein and healthy fats into your diet. Check them out today at Costco or at G2GBar.com. All right, the biggest shockwave in college football. LSU lands their number 1 target, the most coveted coach on the market. Okay, so that's Lane Kiffin. Gets a 7-year deal worth over $13 million per year, plus another $25 to $30 million annually in NIL and roster spending. Plus, they're going to help him buy a new house. Plus, part of the deal includes bonuses tied to the postseason success of Ole Miss. Even though he's no longer the coach there, LSU is going to cover what he would have earned from a CFB run, meaning he can still get up to $1 million if Ole Miss wins the national championship. So Ole Miss fans, they're totally total meltdown, right? They're going crazy. LSU, they're throwing a parade. I mean, seriously. And then college football world is reminded there are no rules anymore. I mean,
guardrails.
Lane Kiffin, he moves while his team is ranked 7th in the country to another SEC team. And there are so many people that are just so pissed. I think it's ugly. It's just I don't know what the right word for it is.
It's just wrong.
It's so many. It's so messy. It proves that we already know that college football is broken. This proves that they have a bigger problem in place because of what just happened. I mean, some will say, hey, he shouldn't stay anyway if he's going to leave somewhere, but they got to figure out the schedule.
Okay.
They have to figure out the schedule. Transfer portal should happen after the bowl games, after the national championship. All that stuff needs to come into play.
You know, it just goes to show you when the tail starts wagging the dog will always be behind, that being the NCAA. They let this get out of control at the NIL. They let so many things slide over the years that there should be some kind of rule. Hopefully they'll put the Lane Kiffin rule in the NCAA that no coaches or players should be able to leave at all until the football season is completely over or that your season is completely over. There's got to be some kind of guardrails. This is the most absurd thing that I think anybody's ever seen. You've got your team who you've coached is going to go to the playoffs, but you're gone. And basically, the reports we were seeing is that he talked to the AD. He wanted to stay there at Ole Miss and coach his team. And the AD said, no, you're gone. We'll appoint Coach Golding, who's a DC. He'll run the team. We'll keep all the staff. Matter of fact, he made sure he kept the entire staff and that they weren't going to go with him, at least for now.
Well, no, that's not necessarily true. He basically said to his offensive staff, if you're not getting on a plane to Baton Rouge, you're not coming. You're not getting a job. That's what Lane Kiffin did yesterday.
Well, okay, so I thought that he would.
So the defense quarter. Well, AD didn't want him to stay,
right?
Because of transfer portal.
Exactly. I got that.
But the whole fact, what you said, is staff.
Yeah.
I mean, he basically went to his staff and said, either you're coming or you're not coming, and you're not going to have a job.
Because I'd read the AD told the staff they weren't allowed to.
They can do whatever they want.
Well,
why he can do? Why if Lane Kiffin can leave, why can't the offensive coordinator leave?
Because if those guys,
I was told the offensive coordinator is already leaving with them.
Well, okay, but
I read.
Could you imagine if you have a mass exodus of your staff, and all of a sudden you got who's going to coach the kids? Who's going to coach them in the playoffs? So I commend the AD. What he said is that look, you can go. We don't want you to stay, but we want to keep the staff here. At least that's the report I read, that he put his foot down and said, Lane, you got to leave.
He's got no pull at all.
Good, but
AD doesn't.
Who, the AD?
He has no pull. The coaches want to leave, they're going to leave.
They're
going to leave anyway. You're going to have a whole new coaching staff in there. What's it matter?
Okay, but they're under contract till the end of the year.
So Lane Kiffin.
Okay, then if he wants, I guess there's some ramifications that if he wanted them to get paid through the end of the year, they'd honor their contract until the season was over. The fine print, the season was over. Now, I commend, if that's true, Rock, I commend the staff guys for staying to coach these kids up because that's so vitally important. But all that being said, this should Ole Miss should not be in this predicament that here's the first time in forever in your ages as a program, you're going to go to have the chance to go win a national title, but yet again, your head coach is leaving. I mean, to me, it's just wrong. It speaks volumes of the NCAA and these coaches not worrying about the student athlete. Now, I get they're getting paid and that they are quasi-professionals. I get it. But that's just wrong. I mean, at that point, I think the Lane Kiffin just said, look, I'm going to put this on hold until the season's over. And if that job's still there at LSU at that point in time, and why wouldn't it be, then at that point I'll make a decision. So it's interesting that the AD of Ole Miss wanted Lane Kiffin to make a decision, and here's LSU wanting them to make the decision. So it just was so convoluted and so wrong in so many ways that you hate to see the student athlete.
I'm not a Lane Kiffin fan. I think he's a jerk.
Oh, I agree, Rob.
I mean, everywhere he's gone, he's been a jerk.
Well, he's left everywhere he's gone.
Yeah,
for the greener pastures.
And I think that the way he handled this, I mean, it's just so wrong in so many levels. But at the same time, when you're throwing him that kind of money, how do you not go?
I mean,
get it. If that money was thrown to Kenny Dillingham, even though Kenny Dillingham has said, he's not going anywhere. See you later, Kenny. Don't blame you. You helped get this program on the right track here at Arizona State. If he left tomorrow for the, I don't know, whatever great job that's still out there, maybe he takes the Penn State job, maybe takes the Auburn job, whatever it may be, I wouldn't fault him at all.
I get it, but at some point, don't you have to have some guardrails, some principles, some principality as to,
but the
hey,
NCAA,
let's finish your season. So this is all directed at the NCAA. They need to get their act together. They need to get the Kiffin rule in place.
We've been saying that forever.
But we never seen something like this.
Well, the SEC's been going to Congress trying to get all this NIL stuff figured out. They had nothing in place for how the coaches
then have.
leave
If you're the NCAA, have the pelotas to stand up to the SEC and say no, not on our watch, not while you're underneath our guardrails. That's not going to happen. But obviously they don't. It's unfortunate.
All right, ABC 15's Craig Fouey will join us next for Factor Fouey. But here's Connor with another ESPN 620 Sports Center update.